three big changes after spiritual awakening. These are the physical level changes, and most people don't talk about it, but I'm going to tell you today. Okay, I'll keep it very short. The first thing is that there is a lot of charge in the body, and for whatever reason, you cannot use more of synthetic or microfiber or those kind of clothing. Okay, so cotton clothing, cotton things, they become very important, because otherwise there is always static charge. There's always static charge and you keep getting shock. This particularly became very relevant from 2025 when all of these planets started dancing in Aries. Okay, so use of more natural clothing, natural fiber, cotton fiber, whether it is in the bed sheet, whether it is in the pillow covers or in your clothes. That is something I wanted to share. It's a very crazy thing. I don't know if it applies to others or not, but yes, going back to natural clothing, not synthetic. Second thing is, the stomach becomes very sensitive. So sensitive that I cannot forget about non-veg. I had left non-veg from very long time, but I cannot eat all kinds of vegetables also. There's a very simple sattvic diet that I eat, and my body can digest only that. Anything processed, too much of dairy, butter or bread, processed food, I cannot digest anymore. And while yes, I have always lived with stomach problem, but this time around, again specifically from 2025, whether it is a spiritual awakening theme or a sadisati theme, it is for God to know. But these are the changes that happened in my life over a period of time, right? The first was clothing, natural fibers. The second is food, sattvic food. The third thing, which becomes very difficult for other people to understand, but once you have crossed whatever threshold of spiritual awakening, there are multiple thresholds. Where you are or where I am, they might be different, but one needs to become very conscious about their energy, their activities. I cannot engage myself in a very day-to-day gossip kind of a thing, right? Which is a very daily structure of people, which has become meeting people, doing gossips, talking about people. I cannot do these kind of things. I cannot, you want to talk about spirituality, world, evolution, about things, about building things, about creating things, anything of those kinds, I am more than happy to talk, collaborate, and do whatever it is. But when it comes to talking about the stuffs like so and so did something, so and so did something, the expectations of ours that has not worked at a gossip level, that completely distorts my, not only my energy, but it distorts my day and my spiritual progress also. So living a very clean life, and that is why the coaching that I provide, there has to be a transaction involved in it, because when we are listening to other people, when we are giving them solutions, there's an exchange of karma that happens, right? Whenever there's an exchange of karma, you have to nullify it through a transaction. Anyone is doing your astrology reading, you have to pay them. That is how even astrology is nullified. When we as spiritual people, we use our energy to listen, to provide advice, to provide direction, to do all of that thing, there's a significant amount of spiritual energy that goes into all of these aspects. And that spiritual energy comes from a lot of purva punya that people would have done. We have an obligation for our own health and welfare, that we put a transactional element to it. People don't understand it, and whoever doesn't understand, it's very difficult to even tell them. So these are three big changes that has happened after the process of spiritual awakening. And karma feels very different, tastes very different, food feels very different, tastes very different, the air, clothing, environment feels very different, tastes very different. So these are some changes that happens at physical layer, and it takes time for you to adapt yourself to that kind of change. Be receptive to that kind of change. If people are not understanding, you have to say that it's okay, probably at a different point in time they will understand, but this is what your life is now. You have to accept it and you have to move ahead. If you are liking this content, please like, share and subscribe to my channel.